Hey guys, I am back with another unboxing from SpeedCubeShop. Now I know I was wrong last time, but I'm pretty sure these are 2x2s. So here we go and let's check it out. Alright, so let's see what's in there. So there is one cube right here that I didn't really see. So let's see. Oh, that was just a sort of stand for I don't know which cube. So I've got another mat for some reason. So why not? So let's see what's in there. Ooh, nice. So I've got plenty of 2x2s, I've got some non-WCA puzzles, and I've got this as well. So let me start with the non-WCA puzzles because I want to do an in-depth review of the 2x2s, so I'll keep them for last. I just wanted to make a small review. I didn't really own a 1x2x2 before, so I bought one, and I will compare it to my own in another video because I've printed my own, the one that I sent to... whatever, I'm not going to use this anyway. The one I sent to Nathan. Alright, so it's actually quite good. I wasn't expecting a quality puzzle, to be honest, since this is just a 1x2x2, but they did do a good job with that one. It's really smooth, and it's not like loose or anything, because whenever you move a part, the other one moves along with it, so it's just a regular turn. Really not disappointed with that puzzle, but it's not 90mm, so screw that. Now, let's move on to this one. And it seems to be as difficult to open as the other one, so let's just open that the easy way. Alright, now that is something I used to own a very long time ago. The original Cube for You version, I think it was. It didn't have stickers here though, and this one does. So let me zoom in on that, because I didn't zoom in on the 1x2x2, but I've got this one. Alright, so this is just a super floppy cube, because, well, I don't even have a floppy cube in my collection. I only have a Fisher floppy cube that I made myself, and this one is just a regular floppy cube with, well, it's a super floppy cube in the sense that you can get those turns and then still turn the adjacent face, which would not be possible on a regular floppy cube. So that's something I really like about that one, because it scrambles more than the regular one, and I think it's a very simple puzzle, but that gives it a little bit more difficulty, and that's something that's nice. So I'm just going to get a small solve on that one. Now, something I'm curious about is if we can get some cases that are different from the floppy cube. I'm pretty sure we can't, but I'm just going to check that out. So let's start by solving those edges, those centers basically. Now I've got this one that should go in this position if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to bring that down here, whoops, like that, move it all the way over there. So this is solved. Now I need to do the same with that part, which goes all the way over here. So I'm just going to move it out the way and into the right position, but it's not in the right orientation. So I've got this, which solved is the orientation of that part, and there's this that's left. Okay, so it's actually much more difficult than a floppy cube, but it's just solvable with RU, R prime, U prime, so basically the sexy move every time. That's really sufficient. So it's not difficult or anything, it's just different to the floppy cube, which is a good thing. So yeah, I like that one. So it's a nice addition to a collection, because it's just one of those, you know, easy cuboids that you don't think about getting, but then since I got the opportunity to get one, I figured, why not? And this is the 2x2x6. Now this is something I wanted to own because a while back I actually created the, at the time it was the largest 2x2x-N, it was a 2x2x14, and Klaus Venneker got it printed for me, so it's not on my channel, and I never owned one. But I figured, you know, I might as well get the closest mass-produced one that's available. Now, I was expecting this to be much looser in the sense that usually when you have parts that go in all of the directions, you get a lot of looseness. This is actually quite minimal considering the mechanism, so that's a good thing. I think I saw some springs. No, that was just a screw. So I don't know if it uses springs. I'm assuming it does because it is a mass-produced puzzle after all. But let's see if all the layers have the same tension. They don't have the same feeling, but they do have the same tension, it seems. Except this one, that one has a little bit more tension, but it's fine. That is quite a high quality puzzle. Alright, let me just put it back into its original shape and color as well, if possible. Alright. I honestly don't remember my algorithms, which is not a good thing, but it's fine. Okay, so I did remember. There's still a lot of plastic falling off, as you can see. I don't know why, but it seems like there's still some flashes in there that haven't been removed, so that's maybe not a good thing, but it's not really... You can't really feel it in the puzzle, so it's fine. It's not a problem. So glad I have that one. Is it the same size? It is the same size, it seems, as the 1x2x2. And this one has very peculiar stickers. I doubt we're going to be able to see this. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but it's like a mini grid of well, it's a sticker with mini like punctures in there, and it looks like a grid with tiny holes, basically. Hence the sort of effect on the video. Alright, so let's move on to the actual 2x2s. Now, what I got in there, there's a Shengshu Gem 2x2, so the classic one. Where is that one? It's not that one. That would be the Gem. So I've got a Shengshu Gem. I've got a Legend as well. That'll be this one. So yeah, stickerless Gem. Ooh, I like the feel. I like the appearance. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but the colors. Well, let me see. I can't seem to focus on that. Yeah, there's some sort of texture on there that looks a lot like the texture I get when I iron stickers onto my 3D printed puzzles. So I really like that because it's a familiar feel. Now there's the Legend. Let me see. It's gonna focus automatically. Sorry for the time it takes to focus every time. Alright, let me move those things away. Alright, I've got this one. Okay, now as soon as I grabbed it, I felt it kind of being loose. The parts can slightly move around. I don't know if you can listen to this. Now, I'm not turning it or anything. I'm just rubbing the parts, so you can feel some sort of looseness in there. But it doesn't really show when you're turning it. So straight out of the box, I've got the regular ones that I got are the Gem, the Legend, and so those are Shengshu, and this is the key WuXia. All right, and I'm thinking this one might be the best because I've heard some good reviews on that one, and I think it might be quite good straight out of the box. Okay, so it does spin quite well, so obviously it hasn't been lubed, it feels like it hasn't. Nevertheless, it spins quite well, so I just wanted to get these three to compare them, but nevertheless, I knew this one was really good because I heard some good reviews about it, so I also got a Cosmic WuXia M. So that has magnets, and it's been lubed and tensioned properly by SCS. Now, there was no Supernova version, so I couldn't really get one, well, or at least I didn't find one, but there's the Cosmic version, so I'm going to compare the Cosmic one after comparing these three. So let's start with the Legend. Now there's a reason why I want to start with that one. It's because it doesn't feel as sturdy as the rest. It does spin well. I can feel some resistance in there at first. Yeah, it doesn't spin incredibly well. It locks up a lot. So that one, just for info, I got it for I think it was $4, so it's not surprising that it's not that great. Although price is not something I should really consider if you think that if you remember that the MF3 RS is actually one of the best speed cubes out there, and it's only like $1 wholesale, or maybe like $4 on sale on regular online shops. So yeah, its first thoughts are that it's not that great. It catches. It's straight out of the box. It's not that incredible. It doesn't spin that well. It's quite strongly tensioned. I'm gonna need to lube it. I'll just do that afterwards. Then I've got the Gem. Okay, now that one's much better. I still got some lockups. Now the corner cutting sucks. Straight out of the box again. But overall, it still spins quite reasonably well. Damn it, I forgot the algorithm. Yeah, it was that one. That one's the one I forgot. So yeah, anyways, this is much better straight out of the box. It spins better. I like the appearance. It grips quite firmly thanks to that sort of roughness that you get on the faces. And then there's the WuXia. Now that one is much better straight out of the box. Now these two cost $4. This one is 15. So for now, the price is actually it seems relevant in the sense that this one is better and it's a bit more expensive, but it seems to be much better. I've got nice corner cutting, I've got smooth turning. I like that one. Plus, I didn't really have a speed 2x2 before, so, well, I did, but it was like a long time ago, so obviously they're not as good as today's speed 2x2s. I meant 2x2, by the way. I think I said 4x4. Yeah. This is actually quite reasonable. Alright, so for now, this is my favorite by far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop them and get a few solves on those, get them broken in, and we'll see after that. So after about 20 minutes of playing around with those three, I think the Legend is probably the worst of them, although it's reasonable. You can still, you know, go quite fast. It doesn't lock up too much. It can lock up though, so it's not, well, just lock up free or anything. As you can see, I've got a few lockups while I solve it. I got a few lockups, especially during what's the name of that algorithm? The one that switches these two. The one that permutes these two. I can get a few lockups when I do that. So that's unfortunate. I think it could be made better. Nevertheless, this is it is a $4 puzzle, so it's nice if you want to gift it to someone. But I wouldn't go for that one. So out of the way. This one is much better. It does lock up a bit as well, but it feels sturdier because the other one has that sort of shaky feeling to it. This one doesn't. So I don't know. It just feels better in your hands. So yeah, for now, this is I think for the $4 puzzle, this one's better. Okay, so these are nevertheless not my choices when it comes to the best 2x2. Obviously, this is the best by far. The WuXia is really good. It corner cuts quite well. I haven't had a lockup yet, even though I did play with it a lot. And I mean, when it comes to corner cutting, it's quite reasonable. So yeah, it goes all the way up to here approximately, maybe a bit more. Okay, even a bit more. So it's very good. Reverse corner cutting is quite good. It's basically as good as regular. So let's see here, for example, when you get right to the edge, that's where it corner cuts, and it almost corner cuts better than it. I mean, it almost reverse corner cuts better than it does corner cuts. So that's quite unusual. Nevertheless, it's a really good thing for a speed cube. So I really like that one. That one is by far my favorite, and I am glad that I got this one and that I chose to get this version in Cosmic M, because I think this is definitely going to be an amazing cube. Especially with magnets, because the last experience I got with magnets from SpeedCubeShop was a very good experience. So I'm eager to open that one. So let me just finish that solve and let's see what's in there. Always that same nice packaging for the Cosmic Cubes. I really like the package. I don't usually keep those, but they're quite good, so if I go to a competition, maybe I'll start using them, because I haven't been to a competition in exactly 6 years. So, well, at least not to participate. Usually I just, I don't compete, I just present my puzzles, because most people want me there for that, and I generally don't have too much time to stay around my puzzles, so maybe at some point I'll try to do something different. Maybe I'll just go to the competition, compete, and during my free time, show people who actually want to see my puzzles, well, show them what they look like. So, I chose to get the stickerless version. I kind of like those. I think it's nice. It's a nice addition. Now, unlike the 3x3 where I don't know if I said this in the video, but the magnets weren't exactly centered, they were on the side a bit. Here, obviously, since it's a 2x2, it's a puzzle that has, well, that's pair, so sometimes if you only had like one magnet in the middle, well, then all the magnets would just repel each other, so you have to put a plus on one side, minus on the other, that way every time it works. So what I think is going to be a nice addition is that since each part has a plus minus and here minus plus, well, it means that once it's aligned, here it's actually going to be repelled towards the center. So not only is it going to attract, but it's also going to repel a misalignment. So that's something that's really good for speed cubing, because obviously you're going to get less lockups. So out of the box, it's really good. Again, there is the same problem as last time. I think I don't really like the Cosmic Lube, because that's what they use on this one, and I think it makes the puzzle kind of sticky, and I don't know, I just prefer the feeling of just really looser puzzles, or at least puzzles that feel loose, because they have, I don't know, it's more controllable, while on the other hand, you need more force to turn the puzzle. So yeah, I might change the lube in there, but overall it's still really nice because, well, there are no lockups, absolutely none, and it does align every time you finish a turn, so that's nice. The magnets, you really feel them on the 2x2, so there's twice as many magnets on every turn as on a regular 3x3 or a magnetized 3x3. So obviously the force is even stronger to align the parts, so you won't have any issues with the parts misaligning. So let's just finish solving that one. So yeah, it's definitely a nice cube. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just switch out the lube, but overall I prefer this one. Even with that lube, I prefer this one to this one, because it really improves the turning when you got those magnets in there. So yeah, I would go for this one if I were you. If you're looking for a 2x2 speed cube, this one is definitely nice. And I think really magnetized puzzles are by far better, and it really shows. So just to give you an idea of the difference in price, now this is slightly more expensive, well, very, it's a very big difference, because the thing is here there's twice as many magnets, sorry, and therefore it's a lot of work, especially considering it's a very complex mechanism. So yeah, the difference in price is the regular one costs $15, and the magnetized version, so well, cosmic and magnetized, is $49. So I noticed that they, as I said earlier, they don't have a Supernova version. I think the Supernova M version of this puzzle would be perfect, seeing as the experience I had with Supernova puzzles. And it's unfortunate that I didn't find that, but if they actually do start selling the Supernova version, I am getting one myself. But in the meantime, the Cosmic version is really nice, so I am thrilled to have that one. I finally have a proper 2x2, because I really didn't have anything proper, and I think that's going to be a very nice addition to my collection. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys like this video, and I hope it's going to help you choose a nice 2x2. And well, thanks so much for being there. For the new subscribers, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.